Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back to HouseDoom Rocketry, where we've made some modifications to our X-Jam No Mon, where we've added in the extra fuel tank like he had in before, we've kept our winglets, and we've added on some solid rocket boosters, which we're going to actually tweak back a bit. Because at the moment, they're firing a bit much. I think we'll take them down to a 1.6. You know, about a 30-second burn. Well, just shy of the 30-second burn. Say, but we're also going to pop out of here. So let's just exit for now. And we're going to try... Sayer. F. Sayer. There we go. I probably got his name right now. Or it's still probably wrong, but... And it was the astronaut complex you guys wanted me to upgrade? Kerbans can only disembark on Kerban. Okay, they can... Oh, they can plant flags! 75,000. I've got money for that. I've got 400,000. And how much is the for no words? The X-Jam still says no mon? Only 15. So what else can I upgrade? Wait, you can change the thrust on boosters? Yes, it's tweakable parts. And wasn't that a mod first? Spaceplane hangar? Don't need you yet. You two are fine. Actually, I don't need to upgrade anything else yet, do I? Actually, maybe you. 150,000. What gets me... Ah, screw it. I really like the idea of having maneuver nodes, but let's try and be a man and fly without, because... Yeah. Their weight. Yeah, their weight, but I've added on these boosters. Actually, am I able to fly this? No, it's too heavy. And what is it that stops me based on weight? Is it the launch pad or the construction? Maybe... Edit? No, that's the wrong thing. Like, you want to get an orbit around 80 to 120. When you get to the Mun, from there onwards, launch pad is based on weight. Okay, yeah. So I do need to upgrade the launch pad, but I think I must have clicked the wrong way. It's not a left click. Is it a right click? Yeah. Oh, and that gives me plenty of weight to play around with. And what do you do when I upgrade? Oh, from 30 to 255 parts. We'll leave that alone for now, because it's reasonably expensive, but holy crap, that was an upgrade. That's not the spacecraft I left with. Load. The X-Jam still says no mon. So are you happy now that everything matches the requirements? Oh, unused monopropellant. Don't need you. There is nothing concerning us about this vessel. Lies! Lies! There should be something concerning you about this vessel. I'm going to try and fly it. And Tristan, where was my warning for the timer? I forgot to start the timer and you didn't tell me. Let's save and launch and see how we can do it. And thank you, Galtrick, for letting me know about the right click. T. Oh, and Jebediah's leveled up. Stability assist. But you can't do the lock to prograde or anything yet. Nose cone. Wait, nose cones? On the solid rocket boosters. Is that a thing now? Do I really need to do that nowadays? Well, let's revert the flight. Vehicle assembly building. If it's a thing, I didn't have the re-entry thing on, so I just assumed that if there was no reason to, I'd normally put... Is there any nose cones which are big enough? I don't have nose cones which are big enough. Shy of putting on more capsule pods. Screw it. Why are you being stupid? Connect. Go on properly. Will you go on? Oh, they are the right size. Okay. Okay. We've updated. Let's save. Let's launch. It's actually reduced my power to weight even more, which means the thrust to weight is no longer what I thought it was going to be, but screw it. Let's go. And again, I'm going to do what I did last time. And tip over ever so slightly at the start. Oh wait, prograde, retrograde. You can do that, Jeb. You're tipping over a bit more than I'd like. Please stop. Pull it back. No, 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 pull it back. It helps if you're... Okay. I figured out the problem. And I'm an idiot. No, that's way too much. Pull it back. Pull it back. Come on, up, back up. Look, you're going too far. I'm fighting against this as much as I can, actually. Oh, come on. This isn't going to work. What's changed so much about this that it now no longer wants to fly? Come on. Well, we're going to go fast. No, keep pointing up. Up. Up, please. Up. Well, XJam did say no mun. It looks like no mun. No, no, no. Now you're going really fast into the ground. Jebediah, pull up. Pull up, goddammit, Jebediah. Jeb. It was nice knowing you. But at this rate, you're just going to die. Do something, Jeb. Ah, screw it. We saved him. I don't know if we've done science from the water yet. That's still going up. First off, and just stage shoots. Oh. Or stage everything, XJam? Anything from here? Yeah, some science. It's new. Is the crew report new? The crew report's new too. We did this on purpose. It was just to get the science. Honestly, guys, that's why we did this. Science! Yes. Intentional, guys. Can you get back in? Where's the door? Oh, it's on the bottom side. Okay, we'll recover you both separately. Thank you for following. XDude80. Yeah, well, we need to recover you as well. That got us a bit more science. Did that get us anywhere near something which could help me fly? Change them out. I think these might move. Active control winglets. Yes, and small reaction wheels. Not what you guys said for me to aim for, but I think I can update the craft and make that work well. So these winglets are down. And instead we have active control winglets. And here we're going to add I'm trying to remember, it's a torque number you want, isn't it? So it's you. That's tiny. You go here then. There we go. Why do I now have a stage above the chute? You go there. You want to be in here for control, but I don't want them firing too much. The 1.2. Save. Okay, let's try this again. We can do this, guys. And I'm curious. Sorry, I'm just double checking the how large the Twitch streams are at the moment. So I just recently got a little bit higher. Whoop whoop, we're second. I was aiming for third, but I think it's more because other people have closed down than me getting bigger. But let's save and launch. You worry the chute will come off with the reaction wheel now. Unable to launch because it's over the 30-part limit. How bad is it over the 30-part limit? It's got 31 parts. $29 parts. 30 parts. Perfect. It's like it was meant to be. Let's launch. More chutes would be nice, but it's just told me I don't have the weight for it. So, if we die, we die. It's the game's fault, because it won't let me do it. Sound good? Let's launch. And tip over a little bit. Try and maintain it there, please. There we go. Atmospheric efficiency still below 100%, so I'll leave the thrust as it is. We are rotating a little bit. Which isn't brilliant, but yeah, that got us, say, 5,000 meters higher than what we would have been previously, I think. We should be good. And I like the winglets. They give control. SAS, 8,000. I might be tipping over a bit early, but in fact, I can leave it to do it itself now. The gravity turn seems to have taken over. If you look, the direction of thrust for prograde is actually slowly moving. And I'm not having to control it, so I think that's doing it for me. Need to be checking out the apoapsis height. And with this extra fuel tank, I think this first stage might get us all the way there. Our vertical speed isn't actually all that good, so let's throttle up. Yeah, sorry. I'm an idiot. I forgot we were still throttled down. We're actually going up now. Our vertical speed is a hell of a lot higher than it was and gaining. Yeah, Mr. Thrust. But that's why we weren't able to fly faster than that. Still, I'm hopeful that maybe not with this stage, but with the next one, we should be more than high enough. Altitude, terrain, it tells me right there. Why didn't I see that before? And 35. Last time we ended up using all of this and the next one. I'm hoping that we can save half of this and then use this to circulise. And just use that little one to fly by the mun. Aim for about an 80. We might not then. Now, get you over onto the side, please. Tickle you to there. Lock the SAS in again. And we're 1 minute away. A mun visit will be difficult. Should lie perfectly on the east. I was going to do that once we started circulating out. That might be too late though, I guess. But let's speed up. Get us a little bit closer. I think, again, we'll try for the 25. So I'll slow this down at about 40. And we'll let it go for the normal speed from there. Just tickle that again, I think. We'll go slightly below the east to try and correct for how we're slightly above it now. And throttle up. Yeah, that's bringing that... Oh, next stage. That's bringing that back into line. Currently, this is going down. Once we see 5 seconds, I will tip slightly into the sky to try and bring the apoapsis back over. Tilt slightly up. Try and slow down the rate that this time to apoapsis is going. Almost holding it perfectly there at 6.7. Oh, we were for a little bit. Okay, now it's ticking down again. But it's fine. I don't know if we're going to get round this time. Okay, vessel display for as requested by the Twitch chat. And I've lost track of what I'm looking at. Okay, get ready on the X. There we go. Time to periapsis. 29 minutes. So I'm going to circulise out at about the 108. And then we'll figure out how to get to the mun, because you guys might have to tell me. I'm not going to be brilliant at this. Well, let's see. Can I warp to... Perry's all the way over there. I was still below 120, so I can't go any faster than this. Which is probably good, because if I went any faster, I'd probably mess up. But if I reach for mun, will I get the... Will I get the flyby, the science? Or can I just increase my orbit, maybe, and get a greater... is there a higher science I can get? A higher orbit? Two minutes to Perry. I think that... No. I want to make it bigger. So that's the way I need to be pointing, isn't it? Yeah, prograde. So we'll be burning that way. Maybe if I try for 200,000 meters high, I'll get more science. A new Kerbal costs 70k. Oh, we won't try... No, I don't want to lose Jebediah yet. Let's get a little bit closer to our time to burn. And don't have to be perfect. There we go. Something like this. X. No, I didn't mean to do space. Jebediah, you might be staying up here for a while. But what we can do... Oh, no, I can't transmit it back, can I? I don't think I can, anyway. Let's get you out to the high point of your route. We have got a second pilot, the Lady Kerman, which I've forgotten her name already. But is this new science? It would be new science. Oh, no, it's new materials bay, but it wasn't new goo. So what's next? A Jeb rescue or a Mon? Actually, that's a good question. So, ladies and gentlemen who are in the Twitch chat, just for a change of colour. What? Tristan, you confused me. But yeah, he's not even on a orbit which is going to Space Center. Good job I've got no atmosphere, no life support requirements. Definitely a good job I got no life support requirements, because he's dead. That if we did. And let's see, though. The spacecraft seemed okay. But we've got more weight to play with now. So let's go bigger. Should still keep us below the part limit even. You guys. Let's go for 1.3 because I'm going to have the other thing burning alongside. 1.3. Chuck you in this stage. We're not going to use you the whole time. 1.3. Save. That's still at the part limit, which I feel very bad about. I like working to this constraint, but I didn't think that the next upgrade would be so big. I'd like a sort of like a halfway point between them upgrades. Gonna ditch the materials bay in exchange for an extra parachute to make sure I get this back. Has that messed up my center of mass? Okay, center of lift is actually... Right, I want the center of lift below the center of mass, don't I? So, you guys want moving up. And I do want 3 of you. I do want the snappy. Let's try and put you down a little bit lower. Okay, that thrust is going straight through the lift, I think. Save. Crew. No, not Bill. Valentina, the second Kerman into space. Save. Staging. Why you guys are separate, I don't know. Okay, thrust limited seems to be fine. Let's just launch. More solid rocket boosters! Because that's how we're going to win. Just fly by one. Let's leave the fuel on. And let's not fully throttle up. And ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, that is all the time we have for this episode. As always, I'd like to thank you for watching. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say goodbye. Goodbye.